Chad Lippert's here from D.A. Davidson, and we're talking about this week's stock market news, but we are going to start off with yesterday. Sounds like the market was flat yesterday. What was it that drove the market?
You know, it really was, Victoria. Of course, on Wednesday, both the Dow and the S&P and the NASDAQ all finished at all-time highs, and so yesterday the Dow was down 1 point. I can't think of too many times in my career I've seen that where it's been that flat. So it was only down 1 point, closed at 27,781. The NASDAQ was slightly lower, but the S&P, because it had closed at a high on Wednesday all-time, yesterday closed just slightly higher, but that was at a new record high yesterday. Everything continues to just focus on the trade deal with China, and that kind of news coming out of Washington day in, day out tends to move the market up and down.
And what is it that investors can expect today?
Well, right now the futures are up. According to the futures just moments ago before I came on, they're expecting the Dow to open up about 70 points this morning. Not much in the way of earnings news, but we do have some economic reports that will come out later this morning that the market will keep an eye on.
And now let's talk about the Montana Medical Savings Account. What can you tell our viewers about that type of account?
Sure. Well, the Montana Medical Savings Account allows us to go ahead and save some money on a tax-free basis, so that can grow tax-free to be used for qualifying medical expenses. They've increased the limits. It used to be we could only put in about $3,000, and now it's $4,000 per person per year, and then we have until the end of this year to put the money in. If you've had qualifying medical expenses this year, you can even put the money in and then take the money back out to use for those medical expenses. They also changed the law. The 2017 legislature changed the law that now you can use the money that comes out of that for anyone you choose for their medical expenses. It's not just for your own or your spouse or your kids like it was before. If you had someone you wanted to help them pay their medical expenses, you could do that out of the account. And you get a state of Montana tax deduction for the amount that you put in, up to $4,000 on a single return and up to $8,000 on a joint return. So something that our viewers may want to consider, especially if they have some medical expenses they're paying out of pocket.
Right, yeah, sounds like it pays to plan wisely when it comes to your medical future, right?
It does, and it's relatively timely because we're at year end.
Yeah. All right. Oh gosh. Okay, so you can't hear this, but they're playing a tribute to you and Rob.
Look at this.
They're twinning. They both showed up in their finest purple.
He looks much better than I do in it, that's for sure.
Anytime we're both celebrating Easter on the same Friday,
that's
right. We gotta mention that.
I love it.
Nice
hey,
shirt,
I love it. You too, Rob.
You clearly missed the memo.
I missed the memo. I did not get it. We'll be back after the break.
That's great.